Have you ever wondered why some women, no matter their age, seem to light up a room the moment they walk in? It's not about flawless beauty or youth. It's something deeper, something magnetic, rooted in the wisdom of Carl Jung's psychology. These women have mastered 6 habits that make them absolutely irresistible, not just to others, but to themselves. In this video, we'll uncover these transformative habits inspired by Jung's teachings on becoming your truest self, from radiating unshakable confidence to embracing your unique energy. You'll discover practical steps to unlock your own irresistible presence. Stick around, because habit number 6 will redefine how you see yourself forever. Confidence isn't just a trait, it's the foundation of becoming who you were meant to be. In Carl Jung's psychology, confidence is the first step toward individuation, the journey of embracing your true self, flaws and all. A mature woman who radiates confidence doesn't need validation from others. She walks into a room, head held high, and her presence speaks before she says a word. This isn't about arrogance or perfection. It's about knowing your worth and letting that energy shine. Picture this, Maria, a 42-year-old teacher, used to shrink in social settings. She'd slouch, avoid eye contact, and second-guess every word. But after a life-changing moment when she stood up for her ideas in a staff meeting, she began to embrace her inner strength. Maria started practicing small changes, standing taller, speaking slowly, and smiling with purpose. Within weeks, colleagues noticed her. Students hung on to her words. Even strangers struck up conversations. Her confidence became a magnet, not because she changed her looks, but because she changed how she carried herself. Jung believed that true confidence comes from integrating all parts of yourself, the light and the shadow. It's not about pretending to be perfect. It's about owning your imperfections and trusting your unique journey. A study from Webster University confirms this: people with high self-confidence are perceived as more attractive, regardless of physical appearance. Why? Because confidence sends a powerful message: I am enough. That energy is irresistible. So, how can you cultivate this kind of confidence? Start with your body language. Stand tall, shoulders back, and walk with purpose, as if you're stepping into a room that's been waiting for you. Try this today before leaving the house. Look in the mirror and say 3 things you're proud of about yourself. Maybe it's your kindness, your resilience, or your ability to make others laugh. Speak them out loud. Feel them. Over time, this practice rewires your mind to focus on your strengths. Next, slow down your speech. Confident women don't rush their words or fill silences with nervous chatter. Pause before answering. Let your voice carry weight. In conversations, make eye contact, not aggressively, but with warmth and curiosity. It's like saying, I see you, and I'm here. Finally, stop seeking approval. If you catch yourself over-explaining or apologizing unnecessarily, pause and ask, am I speaking from confidence or fear? A woman who trusts herself doesn't need permission to shine. Jung's wisdom reminds us, confidence is the spark of individuation. It's the courage to be yourself in a world that tries to mold you. When you embody this, and you don't just attract others, you attract the best version of yourself. What's one thing you love about who you are today? Hold on to that as we move to the next habit. What if the secret to being irresistible lies in what you don't reveal? In Carl Jung's psychology, the shadow represents the hidden parts of ourselves, our fears, insecurities, and desires we push away. A mature woman who masters mystery doesn't cling to attention or overshare her life. Instead, she embraces her shadow, creating an aura of intrigue that draws others in like moths to a flame. This isn't about playing games. It's about valuing yourself enough to let others wonder, pursue, and discover you over time. Meet Sarah, a 38-year-old graphic designer who once felt she had to be always available to keep people interested. She'd text back instantly, say yes to every invitation, and share every detail of her day, fearing she'd be forgotten otherwise. But this left her exhausted and unappreciated. One day, inspired by a book on Jung's shadow, Sarah decided to experiment. She stopped replying to messages right away, spent evenings painting alone, and declined plans to focus on her own projects. To her surprise, people started reaching out more. A colleague who rarely noticed her began asking about her work. A date who seemed distant suddenly planned thoughtful outings. Why? Because Sarah's newfound mystery made her presence feel rare and valuable. Jung taught that the shadow holds our untapped power. For many women, the fear of being too much or not enough lives in the shadow, pushing them to seek validation through constant availability. But when you integrate this fear, when you stop chasing approval, you unlock a magnetic energy. Psychological studies, like one from the Journal of Social Psychology, show that people are more attracted to those who seem slightly elusive. Uncertainty sparks curiosity, and curiosity fuels desire. A woman who doesn't cling controls the dance of attraction. So, how can you cultivate this mysterious allure? First, embrace selective availability. You don't need to say yes to every call, text, or invitation. Try this next time someone reaches out. Pause for an hour before responding. Use that time to do something you love. Read, journal, or take a walk. This small act signals that your time is precious, and it gives others space to wonder about you. Second, guard your inner world. Instead of sharing every thought or plan, hold back a little. If someone asks about your weekend, smile and say, "It was wonderful. Maybe I'll tell you more another time." This creates a spark of intrigue that keeps them coming back. Third, invest in your own passions. A woman with a rich inner life is inherently mysterious because her world doesn't revolve around anyone else. Pick one activity this week: painting, yoga, writing, and commit to it. Let it remind you that your joy doesn't depend on external validation. Finally, silence your inner critic. If you worry that being less available makes you seem cold, remember Jung's wisdom. Your shadow isn't a flaw, it's a source of strength. By honoring your own boundaries, you teach others to value you. Mystery isn't about hiding who you are, it's about revealing yourself with intention. When you embrace your shadow, you become a puzzle others can't resist solving. What's one thing you can keep just for yourself today? Let's explore the next habit to amplify your allure. Your style isn't just what you wear. It's a bold declaration of who you are. In Carl Jung's psychology, the ego is the conscious part of you that shapes your identity and expresses your unique essence to the world. A mature woman who masters her style doesn't chase fleeting trends or try to mimic others. She curates a look that reflects her inner power, making her unforgettable without saying a word. This isn't about expensive clothes or perfect features. It's about wearing your authenticity with unshakable confidence. Consider Lisa, a 45-year-old accountant who always blended into the background. She wore safe, neutral outfits, afraid to stand out. But after a promotion, she decided to redefine herself. Inspired by Jung's idea of the ego as a bridge between the inner and outer self, Lisa experimented with her wardrobe. She chose a vibrant red blazer that made her feel bold for a key presentation. The room took notice, not just of her ideas, but of her presence. Colleagues complimented her, and clients remembered her name. That single choice to wear her confidence sparked a transformation. Lisa realized her style wasn't just fabric, it was a mirror of her inner strength. Jung taught that the ego is how you present your true self to the world. When you dress in a way that aligns with your essence, you project a magnetic energy that others can't ignore. A study in psychology today found that people are drawn to those who express individuality through their appearance, regardless of conventional beauty standards. Why? Because authentic style signals self-assurance and purpose. A woman who knows what suits her, whether it's a tailored dress, a signature scarf, or a bold lip color, commands attention effortlessly. So, how can you craft a style that radiates your ego? First, discover what makes you feel powerful. Try on clothes that highlight your favorite features. Maybe a dress that hugs your curves, or a sleek blazer that sharpens your silhouette. Don't follow trends blindly. Choose pieces that feel like you. Second, harness the power of color. Red screams confidence and passion, perfect for standing out. Black exudes mystery and elegance, while earth tones like olive or terracotta project warmth. Pick one color this week and wear it boldly. Third, add a personal signature. It could be a unique accessory like a vintage necklace or a scent that lingers in people's memories. Jung believed symbols carry deep meaning, and your style is a symbol of your identity. A signature perfume, for instance, ties to the sense of smell, which is closely linked to emotion and memory. Choose a fragrance that feels like an extension of you, floral for softness, woody for strength, or citrus for vibrancy. Finally, own your choices. Walk into every room as if your style was designed for you alone. Confidence in your appearance amplifies your presence. Your style is your ego's voice, a canvas for your inner world. When you dress with intention, you don't just look good, you feel unstoppable. What's one piece in your wardrobe that makes you feel like your truest self? Let's carry that energy into the next habit. What if the key to effortless attraction lies in embracing your feminine energy? In Carl Jung's psychology, the anima is the feminine aspect of the psyche, a wellspring of intuition, warmth, and magnetic allure that exists in everyone. A mature woman who taps into her anima doesn't chase or force attention. She radiates a quiet power that draws others in naturally. This isn't about weakness or submission, it's about influencing without demanding, receiving without grasping, and captivating without trying too hard. Feminine energy is the art of being, not doing. Imagine Rachel, a 39-year-old marketing manager who always took charge in her relationships. She planned every date, initiated every conversation, and felt she had to prove her worth, exhausted and unfulfilled. She stumbled across Jung's concept of the anima and realized she was suppressing her feminine energy. Rachel decided to experiment at a networking event. Instead of leading every discussion, she listened deeply, smiled warmly, and let others approach her. To her surprise, people gravitated toward her. A colleague invited her to collaborate on a project, and a new acquaintance asked her out, not because she pushed, but because her calm, receptive presence was magnetic. Jung taught that the anima connects us to our deepest emotions and creativity. When a woman embraces this energy, she creates space for others to feel safe and inspired. A study from the University of California found that men are drawn to women who display relaxed, open body language and a calm communication style. Why? Because feminine energy feels like an invitation, not a demand. It's the difference between chasing someone and letting them come to you. A woman who embodies her anima exudes confidence without control, allure without aggression. How can you harness this energy? First, practice receptive body language. At your next social event, relax your shoulders, maintain soft eye contact, and smile subtly. This signals warmth and openness, inviting others to engage without you saying a word. Second, let others take the lead sometimes. If someone suggests a plan, resist the urge to control every detail. Instead, say, "That sounds great. What do you have in mind?" This gives them space to invest in you, amplifying your allure. Third, savor the moment. Feminine energy thrives in the present, not in worrying about the future. If you're on a date or in a conversation, focus on the now. Enjoy the laughter, the connection, the energy. Let go of overthinking whether they'll text you later. A woman who's fully present feels vibrant and alive. Finally, trust your intuition. Jung saw the anima as a guide to inner wisdom. Before making a decision, pause and ask, "What feels right to me?" Trusting your gut strengthens your feminine energy, making you magnetic from within. Embracing your anima isn't about changing who you are. It's about letting your natural warmth and intuition shine. When you do, you create a pull that's impossible to resist. What if the way you speak could spark a connection that lingers long after the conversation ends? In Carl Jung's psychology, communication is more than words. It's a bridge to the soul, a way to touch the essence of another person. A mature woman who masters conversation doesn't aim to impress. She aims to connect. She uses her voice, her pauses, and her presence to create an aura of curiosity and depth. This isn't about talking more, it's about saying less with greater impact, leaving others captivated and craving more. Meet Emily, a 35-year-old writer who once struggled to hold people's attention. She'd ramble, overshare, or stay silent out of fear of saying the wrong thing. Inspired by Jung's idea that true connection reflects the soul's authenticity, Emily decided to change her approach. At a friend's dinner party, instead of filling silences with nervous chatter, she asked, "What's the one moment in your life that shaped who you are?" The table came alive with stories. People leaned in, shared deeply, and later told her they felt truly seen. Emily's shift from speaking to connecting transformed her presence. She became the person everyone wanted to talk to. Jung believed that meaningful communication reveals the soul's truth, creating bonds that resonate on a deeper level. A study from the University of Cambridge found that 80% of attraction in conversations comes from non-verbal cues, eye contact, tone, and pacing rather than the words themselves. A woman who masters this art doesn't need long speeches. She uses silence, curiosity, and intention to draw others in. Her conversations feel like a dance, not a monologue. How can you make your conversations magnetic? First, master eye contact. Hold a steady, warm gaze for a few seconds. Then smile and look away. This creates an instant spark of connection without saying a word. Try it today in your next conversation. Lock eyes briefly and notice the effect. Second, embrace the power of silence. Don't rush to fill every pause. A slight pause before answering builds anticipation and makes your words carry more weight. For example, if someone asks about your day, pause it, smile, and say, "It's been interesting. Want to hear the best part?" Third, ask questions that ignite curiosity. Instead of small talk, try, "What's something you've always wanted to try but haven't?" Or "What's a story you'll never forget?" These questions invite others to share their passions, creating a deeper bond. Finally, play with your tone. Speak slowly, with a soft yet confident voice. A gentle pause or a subtle laugh can turn an ordinary sentence into something unforgettable. Jung's wisdom reminds us, conversation is a window, to the soul. When you speak with purpose, you don't just talk, you enchant. A woman who masters conversation creates moments that linger. She doesn't need to shout to be heard. Her presence speaks for her. What's one question you'll ask to spark a deeper connection this week? Let's move to the final habit to complete your transformation. What if the most irresistible quality you could possess is a life so vibrant it doesn't need anyone else to shine? In Carl Jung's psychology, wholeness is the ultimate goal of individuation, the process of becoming a complete, self-sufficient person who embraces every facet of their being. A mature woman who embodies independence doesn't wait for someone to complete her. She builds a life full of purpose, passion, and joy, making her magnetic not because she seeks attention, but because her world is already so captivating that others long to be part of it. Meet Emma, a 41-year-old entrepreneur who once believed her happiness depended on finding the perfect partner. She poured her energy into relationships, neglecting her own dreams, only to feel empty when they didn't work out. Inspired by Jung's teachings on wholeness, Emma shifted her focus. She launched a small bakery, rekindled her love for hiking, and surrounded herself with friends who uplifted her. As her life flourished, something unexpected happened. People were drawn to her energy. Clients raved about her warmth. Friends sought her advice, and a new romantic interest admired her zest for life. Emma's independence didn't make her distant. It made her irresistible. Jung taught that true wholeness comes from integrating all parts of yourself, your ambitions, passions, and even your flaws into a life that feels complete on its own. A study from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who pursue personal goals and maintain strong social connections are perceived as more attractive. Why? Because independence signals confidence and fulfillment. A woman who lives for herself radiates an energy that others can't help but want to be near. How can you cultivate this magnetic independence? First, find your purpose. What lights you up? It could be a career goal, a creative hobby, or a cause you care about. Set one goal this month. Maybe starting a blog, learning a skill, or volunteering, and take a small step toward it. Second, build a vibrant social circle. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Drop toxic relationships that drain your energy and seek out those who celebrate your growth. A woman with a supportive tribe glows with confidence. Third, embrace time alone. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's a chance to reconnect with yourself. Try spending an evening doing something just for you, like reading, meditating, or cooking your favorite meal. Jung believed solitude strengthens the psyche, helping you discover your inner voice. Finally, keep evolving. Take a course, read a new book, or explore a place you've never been. Growth keeps your life dynamic and your energy magnetic. When you invest in yourself, you send a powerful message: my happiness is mine to create. Independence isn't about shutting others out. It's about building a life so full that others are drawn to its light. When you embody wholeness, you become a force of nature, irresistible in your authenticity. What's one step you'll take this week to nurture your own world? Let's wrap up with how these habits transform you. You've just uncovered the 6 habits that make a mature woman truly irresistible. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Carl Jung, from radiating confidence to embracing your feminine energy, from crafting a style that speaks your truth, to living a life so vibrant it draws others in. These habits aren't just about attraction, they're about becoming the fullest version of yourself. Jung taught us that true magnetism comes from within, from embracing every part of your psyche and stepping boldly into your own story. When you live these habits, you don't just capture attention, you inspire awe. not just in others, but in yourself. Now, it's your turn to shine. Take one habit from this journey. Maybe it's standing taller, asking a soul-stirring question, or chasing a passion, and start today. The world is waiting for your light. Which habit will you embrace first? Share it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more transformative insights from Jung Psyche Hub. Like, share, and let's spread this journey of self-discovery together. You are already irresistible now. Go show the world who you truly are.